going to go ahead and open up with the Supreme Leader himself. Control myself.
Of course.
Actually, not just Captain America, it is Hydra Supreme Captain America.
That's right.
So, Michael, what can you tell us about Hydra Supreme Captain?
So in the storyline of Secret Empire, the Red Skull, in all his cunning, used Kobik and the Cosmic Cube to rewrite reality so that Captain America is now loyal to Hydra and is a double agent working to take over the world along with his organization. So, in order to upgrade himself against all the threats coming to his great Hydra nation, he needed to give himself an Iron Man-like suit with the ability of enhanced strength and lasers coming out of his shield.
So the power of Captain America and Iron Man united together.
Right. And we might see a little bit of the Cosmic Cube in the moveset as well.
Excellent.
Video players would definitely be happy to take a look at this, because I know I am. So let's go ahead and take a look. Tap that preview skill button. Let's see the great leader himself in action.
Yes.
So this moveset, Captain America, has been greatly improved because, of course, he has the Cosmic Cube engraved in them, as well as the armor, as you mentioned.
Perfection, even more perfected, huh?
Made
Yes.
all the more better.
He is perfect. You're right.
And with this moveset, this uniform, he has 3 new moves that have been added. Let's take a look. Opening up with the corrupted laser. I don't know why they call it corrupted, but
I think they spelled perfect wrong.
I think that's correct. Corrupted
Yeah,
implies there's
must be
something
a
wrong.
mistake.
Yeah, I agree with that. Take a look at that one more time. And you can see he actually burns his enemy, will also cause him to bleed, and also gives a little bit of a stun at the end, just a tiny bit of a taste. Yeah, deal with that. And every time I'm doing these attacks, I'm just picturing one of the Avengers actually being stuck.
Being
It's
attacked.
great. It's great. It makes
As
it
they
all more
deserve.
better. Makes it sweeter. Next to the fourth skill on the list is referred to as the Hydro Blast.
Nice.
I think definite that doesn't kill you. I don't know if it does. Fourth skill once again, Hydro Blast. Similar to the corrupted laser, it actually causes the enemies to burn, bleed, and has a little bit of a stun, while also actually decreasing the enemy's defense. One more time.
Very good.
That's a cool animation.
Blasting with the power of Hydra.
So
Hail, Hydra!
So this Hail Hydra, I'm sorry, I missed my
Thank
cue.
you.
So next to the 5th and final skill, this poor sap is going to get it. This skill is referred to as the Cosmic Dispersal. Let's take a look.
Ooh.
It's not as awesome when there's only one
Get
person.
more of them in here.
Actually, yeah, I'm going to group them all back together again. There you go. Look at those
This
fools.
seems to be the power of the Cosmic Cube.
Right, freezing all his foes in place.
Wow.
So we'll try this skill one more time. Now, what's interesting about this skill is it actually causes reality manipulation. Not only that, also recovers your Captain America's HP, while also increasing his overall stats, such as strength and defense. There you go. Look at it. Look at them. Look at those fools.
Look at them.
They can't
Getting
move.
what they deserve
The
by
glory of
opposing
just
Captain
makes them frozen
America.
in place.
It's beautiful.
Excellent. So that does it for Captain America.
Wonderful.
So next up, another highly ranked Hydra member, or not Hydra member, Hydra leader, founding member. Without further ado, let us go back and let us take a look at Red Skull. And as you can see, Red Skull has had a bit of an upgrade. Michael, what can you tell us about Red Skull?
Like you said, Cage, we know Red Skull, aka Johann Schmidt, as the leader of Hydra and former enemy of Captain America in this update. And in the storyline of Secret Empire, he used Kobik again to rewrite reality, to put Hydra back on the map. And since Captain America is getting an Iron Man suit, well, the devs thought, why don't we upgrade Red Skull in the same way? So he's got a suit similar called the Hydra Armor that gives him the ability of supersonic flight, enhanced strength, and the ability to also shoot lasers, because if you have a suit, it's got to shoot lasers, right? And we might see the Cosmic Cube yet again in his skill set.
Well, you have me in suspense. Let's have a look.
All right. So you saw him close up to see him actually in action. I'm pushing the wrong buttons here. Here at Hydra, tried that strive for perfection, and I'm already feeling. I can already tell we'll be having words with our superiors later on. So as you can see here, the way he's just flown in, he's already set for battle. By the way, I must say, he looks a million times better than a certain billionaire philanthropist would in that suit.
I
Just
like
wanna
what he
throw
did
that
for
out
his
there.
intro as well.
So we're going to go ahead and take a look at his skills. So first skill on the list we have is the Iron Kick. It's pretty basic. He kicks you in the face with an iron boot twice. Take a look at it again.
Have you ever been kicked in the face with an iron boot? It hurts.
It does. That's why I'm behind the desk now. Next is the second skill is the Skull Blast. So just a look at that attack one more time. Flies in,
Very
does 5
good.
damage. Ooh, that's beautiful. Just the destruction, the chaos is beautiful. Next is the repulsor punch. Repulsor blunt, as you can see here, actually causes the enemies to be stunned. One more time. Excellent.
Yes.
Next is the, I'm sorry, are there any tidbit you'd like to share, Michael?
Oh, with this new upgraded armor, you can see that his entire skill set was reworked from the other Red Skull costumes. So I think the devs did a wonderful job of bringing the Hydra armor to life. And hopefully we could play Red Skull in a lot of different ways with this uniform.
Yeah, very interested to see how many of you players actually implement Red Skull on your team. So next up is the fourth skill. The fourth skill referred to as the Cosmic Beam. So as you mentioned, we'll actually be seeing the Cosmic Cube in action itself. Let's take a look.
Whoa! I want to see them get blasted more, though.
I want to do it from a different angle.
Yes.
Let's try this again. You can see he opens up the Cosmic Cube.
No,
and down
turn the
button.
blast on them.
Let's try it from this angle once more. So as you can see with that attack, that's an energy-based attack, which actually paralyzes your foes, while also causing them to be incapacitated, while also increasing your HP. So, if you thought Red Skull couldn't be more perfect, he can't be more perfect, but he just makes being perfect better. If it doesn't make sense,
It's not
Don't blame
perfection
me.
of perfection, but it's pretty good.
next is the fifth skill. The fifth skill is referred to as the Cosmic Skull. Cosmic Skull.
Whoa.
Cosmic Skull is a buff ability, which actually increases your overall stats and guards against hits. So definitely, if you're going to do any attacks, we recommend opening up with that fifth skill, the Cosmic Skull, and then dishing out the damage to your foes. the best way you
All
can.
his skills are then powered up and modified.
That's right. So I'm actually going to go ahead and restart this for a brief moment as I explain his next skill. So what's part of this outfit, also another update that came with it, is a new sixth skill which actually requires awakened crystals. Now, for those of you who were kind of new to Marvel Future Fight, awakened crystals were recently added in the V570 update. It can only be acquired through the world boss. And once you have that all set up, it grants you the ability for his sixth skill, which is referred to as referred to as the Hydra Rallying Cry. So I'm going to ask my fellow Hydra members to actually contain yourselves as we actually explore this attack. So take a look at it. Here we go.
Ooh, he's using the power of speech
Not only that, he
and
actually
guns.
called upon two of his best men, or best men and women, one of them being his daughter actually, and causes quite a stir.
Oh yes.
Take a look at that attack one more time. Now what's interesting about this, it actually
He is
causes
grounded.
mind control, believe it or not, while also increasing the overall stats. Just the inspirational words he
he's
shares to his
using
opponents.
excellent rhetoric to get his point across, and the people are following as they should, and also there's guns. It's the perfect move.
It's excellent. As any good leader does, he uses his charisma to control the crowd and just make himself an overall amazing person. And that is the skills for Red Skull. So next up on the list is the final new uniformed member. I take it back. It's not the final new uniformed member. It's just one of the
Another brilliant member in a new uniform,
very well
and
contributed
it's
member.
Crossbones.
That's right. Michael, what can you tell us about Crossbones?
So Crossbones, otherwise known as Brock Rumlow, was actually a student of Taskmaster at his School of Criminals. And he was so good at his
Okay.
mercenary work that within a couple of years he became a teacher at that school.
That could be you one day,
That could be
Cage.
you, Cage, yes. If you train hard enough,
If
you
you
can be as
work
deadly.
hard, you
I
can
can
be
only
like
dream.
Crossbones.
And then
That
Red
would
Skull
be guns.
saw his mercenary prowess, was so impressed that he offered him a permanent spot as a top lieutenant of Hydra and gave him the name Crossbones as his right-hand enforcer.
All right, well, let's see what he can do.
I can see just by that dynamic entry, he's already ready to battle. Let's go ahead and get these fools all riled up. Look at the thing they've been taken off. So, all our foes are ready. Let's go ahead and take a look.
Yes.
Crossbones has been improved, so yeah, all his skills have been a bit increased. So opening up with Powerful Blow, it's basic as Powerful Blow. It's a blow, but you get in the face pretty hard. Next is the second skill, which is referred to as Claymore Mines. That's incorrect. It's actually called the Dual Blade Attack.
Very good.
And now if you can see why it's called Dual Blade Attack, he comes in with two blades and actually ends with an explosion. I just noticed something here. If you take a close look at that explosion, it's because a skull appeared.
I need to see it again.
One more time. Boom, you can see
Whoa!
for a brief second, for a brief frame, you can actually see a skull.
Blinked and you missed it. Very cool detail.
Leave it to a Hydra member to add a little bit of pizzazz to,
Yes,
their,
of course.
to their skills. Next up is the third skill, which is now referred to as the Claymore Mines.
I see he's using what seems like different weapons for every move.
That's right. What makes him different or unique about this in this uniform is that he has a lot.
His arsenal
It's very large.
has expanded.
Next, we'll go ahead and take a look. So he uses multiple weapons, but also finally ending it with that Claymore attack. I'm going to do it one more time.
And he taunts you.
You know, you gotta bring the razzle dazzle.
So not only does this attack actually increase your overall HP, it also decreases your enemy's defense while also doing burn damage, because I mean, if there's an explosion, naturally you're going to get burned. Next, we'll take a look at the fourth skill. Fourth skill is referred to as brute force, or more accurately, the brute force charge. Do it one more time. It's pretty basic. It's burn. That angle is incorrect. Let's do it one more time. A lot of bullets end with an explosion, and with that, you get burned. So before I get into his fifth skill, any other tidbits you'd like to share, Michael?
So the devs really want to give Crossbones an update. We know it's been a while since he's received a uniform, so we really wanted players to explore maybe the underused characters in their roster. So really happy to see a fan favorite character get some love for this update.
Well, we're happy he had an update, and we're also sure our players are happy he's had an update as well. So we're going to close with his fifth skill, which is referred to as the merciless. I can't even pronounce. How do you pronounce that for
Merciless
me?
barrage.
Thank you.
Not
So-
barrage, barrage.
barrage.
Not garage, barrage.
And as you see here, there are, I think, 2 skulls in that explosion. Take a look at that attack one more time.
I missed it.
So you notice there, he
Ah.
actually throws the grenade after attacking
Oh,
the
it's
minigun,
beautiful.
hurls the minigun towards the opponent, and then detonates it. One more time, we'll take a look. Boom. Spectacular.
Skull.
Man,
Yeah,
everything
kinda
with
like
this guy's an explosive.
Increases your stats while also doing burn damage. So, with that said, that does it for those well.
To Marvel Future Fight, you have to be watching from that very same account so that they're connected to each other and that data transfers over, and so we understand it was you. All right, we are going to have a comment pinned up in the chat in case you need more assistance with that. All right, Cage, take it away. Let's talk about this new uniform.
So this is a new uniform for a newly recruited member of Hydra, and that is the Superior Octopus. Michael, what can you tell us about the Superior Octopus?
So we've all known Doc Ock as a longtime enemy of Spider-Man, and when he was the Superior Spider-Man, he swapped bodies with Peter Parker. So now as the Superior Octopus, he's now in a cloned body of Peter Parker once again, and Arnim Zola, the wonderful Hydra scientist, has offered him a place on the Hydra team, and in exchange, they're going to help him take over Parker Industries.
Yeah.
And using Hydra's vast resources, he's developed a brand new suit with upgraded tentacles.
Those tentacles are awesome.
So let's see them in action.
Yeah. I love how they're just constantly moving at the ready even when he's idling, standing there.
So an important note the devs actually want us to share is that as opposed to the other Octopus uniform, is that he's been changed from a combat character to a speed character. Many players we're sure actually recognize that. So he's been given a new outlook on life, and with that, new skills. So let's take a look at skill number 1. Skill number 1 is basically referred to as the Tentacle Strike. Basic, he takes tentacles and he strikes you with them. Next is the second skill, which is referred to as Spinning Elimination. One more time, different angle.
Very good.
Fantastic. Next is the Tentacle Shockwave, and as the name implies, there's a little bit of a shock. He uses 2 tentacles to hoist himself up, and then blast the enemies with an electric shock.
I'd like to see Peter Parker try that.
He can't, because he's being hit with the tentacles. Next is the fourth skill. Fourth skill is the Spider Shock, similar to the other attack. So it shocks the enemies, and it also just looks cool. Uses part of the environment to actually dish out damage. Excellent. Fantastic. Decimated foes. Anything you'd like to share with regards to the Superior Octopus?
So intrepid fans might notice that Superior Octopus's webbings are actually not webs, they're ink shooters. So, you know, you get it, Hydra, tentacles, octopus.
It all comes together.
Beaming is very important.
I agree.
So just that little detail just shows how awesome he is, and how awesome Hydra is. Next is the fifth skill. Fifth skill is referred to as the Spider... No, that's incorrect. It is the Superior globe. So you can see he actually hoists himself in the air again. Snapping just kind of goes
coming
to the
out of the
ground.
ground.
It comes out of the ground. Now this skill actually decreases your enemy's defense. Excellent.
And it's scary.
That's right. So similar to Red Skull, this superior octopus has also been given an awakened skill. Once again, awakened skills can only be acquired by using awakened crystals, which can be acquired through World Boss. So I'm actually going to gain it, cause the enemies to move up one more time. Let's take a look at this. So this is one of my favorite attacks because this is referred to as the, what's it called? The Sinister Plan. Now, Sinister Plan has a bit of a, has some sinister guests involved. So I'm going to go ahead and push the skill. Tell me what you recognize.
All right, well, there's Vulture.
Electro, Sandman, and Mysterio.
Very cool. Seems like they're part of a certain team.
Right, perhaps there's 6 of them. Don't forget Craven swoops in at the end.
Yes,
So that
the
was
variant.
Craven. The variant. That one requires you to
I
take
think
that.
his face we
Take
saw
a
on the
close look.
bottom left hand. Craven. Craven. There he is.
For a very brief moment. There's Crypto. There you go. Sinister 6. So there you go, agents. So that does it for the Superior Octopus.
Very good. But that's not all, is there?
No, sadly that's not all, because of course a new character has also been, not a new character, but a character has been given to V3, and it wasn't a Hydra member actually, it turns out it was a former Hydra member. So Michael, what can you tell us about the new character, that was not the new character, but the character who's been gifted